Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to talk about today, we're still talking about Nexus and all the benefits that they have. So watch the following video because this is going to give you more information. But more importantly, our group, we're putting together a large group to help people come on board and start making money with Cashback. Okay, watch the following video.
Let's get into this discussion. So correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to comment. I will put your comments up here. But if I'm not mistaken, inflation hit around that 2020 mark, right? We're in 2024. Now, I want you to think back 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I want you to think, how much were your bills? How much were your household expenses? Well, I read a report today that said the average person is paying over $600 a month more just to live than they were 2 years ago. Is anybody feeling that? Or am I the only one feeling that? Is that correct? Is that correct? Am I giving a shot? Am I telling you information that is true? That Biden said that the economy is great right now. Okay, Biden said the economy is great right now, but how many people literally feel like, man, I'm bleeding money. Where am I bleeding it at? Who feels like that? Anyone feel like they're bleeding money? Just let me know. Do you feel like that you're paying more now? Because that is what the economic report says. It says that the average household is paying over $600 more per month for the same exact thing. So do me a favor. Who is agreeing with that? Who agrees with that statement? Now I'm going to tell you something. I went back and I looked because I'm a business person. I have to keep a record of everything. I went back and looked at my expenses and my tax returns from 2022. And I went and I looked at my current business and tax returns now. And obviously, because I own a lot of businesses, I have to do what's called an expense report, right? So I have to report all my expenses. So I went back and my wife said, don't do it to yourself. I was like, what am I doing? She said, don't go back and start analyzing, because you're going to be moping around, be like, goodness gracious. And then you're going to go into your little mode where you feel like you're going to have to make money just for breathing, right? So she knows how I get. I said, babe, I got to do this anyway. So we had this discussion today. And I looked at all of my home expenses that I pay. I looked at all of my business expenses that I pay. And she was right. I was like, holy Jesus. Like, I am paying. Now, this is actually, I have less. Literally, I have less things that I'm paying for than I did in 2022. In 2022, I had more things I was paying for. I have had an increase of $1,100 a month more for less. That's me. I'm paying $1,100 more per month. I'll quote out some things that I'm paying, and you guys might want to look at this too. So William says, hey, I do. Larry, for sure, we're feeling it. Annette is raising her hand. She's feeling it. Mia Smith is feeling it. Everything. So high, even food. She's right. Look, you guys remember when eggs were like freaking $12? Chicken wings were high. Man, you're absolutely right. And it gives you less. So a good point, Mia. She's absolutely right. Food is high. So I'm paying $1,100. Let me tell you where it went to. My liability insurance for business, and I pay a big liability insurance because of the restaurants and stuff that we own. My liability insurance went up by $97 a month. Now, we took a look at the grocery bill. Now, this is where the women are going to really know, and the wife, right? And Chauncey said it best. Bambi says yes, and Chauncey said, I'm feeling it, especially in groceries. So check this out, folks. I went and looked up groceries, right? The average cost of groceries in 2022 to 2024 has went up 25%. And you know what? I was laughing at my wife. I went to Publix, right? And they used to give me like 4 thighs in a pack when I buy chicken. They give me 3 thighs and they charge like almost $1 more. So as we talk about this, we're all feeling this. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this launch that I'm doing, this launch that turns your expenses, my man Chauncey's at the grocery store feeling it, this launch that turns your expenses into income, this is literally coming at a good time, because literally I like to do research. I like to say, listen, are the programs I am going to be involved in and share with people, are they going to really help people? And literally, I got to tell you, since I've been in this program, I have discovered something that is going to be mind blowing. And we're going to literally talk about ways to fight inflation, ways that you may think that you may know to do. And then I'm going to tell you why those traditional ways that you would think to fight inflation literally don't really beat it. It just literally delays the inevitable, which means that you're going to have to still have a bleeding problem of money. So first of all, let me just give a shout out to all my peoples on here. So yeah, William says that's crazy. It is crazy. So first of all, who we got on? We got my man William, got my man Chauncey. So anytime I got my man Chauncey, Bambi, let's talk about this. I want to see what you guys are going to say on this. So I got a question for you, and please type your answer. How do you beat inflation? How do you beat inflation? Type in your answer. I'll read it out. We'll show it to everyone. How are you beating inflation? I would love to hear from you guys. How are you guys beating inflation? Come on, don't be shy. Let's talk about it. This is a topic that we all are dealing with. So let's talk about it. How are you guys beating inflation? I want to see. So Chauncey says, and this is great, and I love these answers. You guys have phenomenal answers. So Larry says, cutting back on a lot of stuff. Gotcha. Chauncey says, cutting your expenses. Gotcha. Bambi says, make more income and lower expenses. Great way. Annette just kept it real. She said, I'm not. Somebody tell me, please. She kept it real. Create wealth and find ways to get better deals. Okay, these are good. These are good answers. Cutting costs. Great. You guys have phenomenal answers. So, shout out to you guys for phenomenal answers. You guys are absolutely some of the smartest viewers I've ever heard, because you guys literally have been thinking about this. And I want to go over each scenario that you guys have mentioned. And then we're going to talk about the possible effect that the solutions you have could potentially have. And this is going to be a scenario that we just kind of paint up, but we're just going to go on the first scenario. So Larry says cutting back on a lot of stuff. So let's address this. Now, people do that. They cut back on some of the quality of life things that they need. So some people will cut back on maybe eating out. Some people will cut back on certain things. They'll cut back, maybe canceling a Netflix account or canceling something, that they would like, and canceling things that they don't like. But the thing about it is, cutting back does have a psychological effect, because some people really get into a point to where you got to consider your mental wellness. If you are lowering the quality of your life just to live, is that really a life you want to live? I mean, people get mental depression. People get emotional. They're like, oh my God. I mean, I hate every day because I've cut back, and I've cut back on some on my vices. But it's still good, still a solution. But then we got to consider our mental health. Like, we're changing our lifestyle, something that we wake up and work for, and now we're having to dilute it just to survive. And who wants to survive? But that is literally a solution that you could do if you have the mental fortitude to do it. Chauncey says cutting your expenses, pretty much said, same thing Larry says. So cutting your expenses, but still there's only so many things that you can cut, right? You can't cut the groceries out unless you're going to go outside and kill your food. You can't. It's certain things that you're going to have that you can't cut back. Now, Brandy says something that's very good. She says, make more income and lower the expenses. And that's absolutely a solution. But then how do we make the income and lower the expenses and still maintain our emotional and mental health in the process without feeling like we're overworked, overdrained, or without having too many lifestyle changes, because many of us have wives, kids, husbands, and, collectively as a group, we still want to maintain a good quality of life. Annette says, I'm not, and this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a really good platform that does. And Edgar says, create new wealth, find ways to get better deals. That is actually a great, great way. And the thing is, how we create new wealth, because the currency of creating new wealth or getting income is your time. How many people have a whole lot of time on their hands? We don't, but you have to invest time to do that. So we got to consider, when we create new wealth, when we open up streams of income, again, if I get a part-time job, that's my time. If I go out and start a business, that's my time. So really, the solution is we need a turnkey way. We need a turnkey way to do this. And that's what we need really to cut this. And so, William says cost cutting. And then my good friend Stanja, she's absolutely off the chain. Love Stanja. Make sure you check her out. She really has a good program for you guys that want to take advantage of some of the housing things. But let me read what she says. Stanja says, I am a loan signing agent. I see lots of homeowners taking out HELOCs and paying off debt. Not sure if that's the best choice, but I see hundreds of these a month, and these folks are middle class to what? Wow. So that's, I'm glad she put that input in there. So Sandra's saying that some people's solution is to use the equity in their home. And then obviously you provide, more bills and more expenses, but at the same time, you're also getting in some money to help kind of make that cushion bigger, or just create a new cushion. And she's seeing this because she's out in the field, being a loan signing agent. And if that's something you want to do, definitely holler at Sandy, because she has an excellent program, something you can do part-time that doesn't require hours. And I mean, literally something that does great, and it's very lucrative. So if you're into that type of thing, you're looking for some secondary and you got a little time, you got a car, holler at Sandy. She has a great program to get you started. So appreciate you chiming in, Sandy. That's awesome. And Stan is also a notary as well. So if you are in the neighborhood or you want to check her out, make sure you do. She's very knowledgeable about this. So I got to give a shout out, because anytime someone brings value to my live, I'm the type of person that I want to share value. I don't want to hide it. So Stan is absolutely amazing. So, but yeah, this is a great topic. So this is really good, because people are struggling with this every single day. When I go to the grocery store, I hear this. So anytime, Stan, you're my homegirl. So always rocking with you. So these are solutions that we have. And what I want to talk about is a platform that I believe, and I've actually used this platform for 7 days now. And the platform, it's nothing that you really have to sell. It's basically a platform that deals with this. I've kind of shown off a few things already, but I want to talk about all the combination of things that we said. And then I want to show you a possible solution. And then again, this is not the only solution. There are many solutions, right? And the solutions you guys gave are really, really good. But also consider that you have the currency of time. Time is a currency now, right? Time is it's a currency, because you only get 24 hours a day. So you have limited time, and you got to sleep for part of the 24 hours a day. So consider, if you're going to go out and add a stream of income, ensure that you have enough currency and time to do so. Ensure that you have a great agreement with your family and your wife to do so. And then cutting back, again, another perfect solution, but that requires discipline. So let's jump into some additional solutions that this launch is going to provide. And guys, if you want to literally just come on this launch, we are going to talk about a platform that has one job and one job only. And that is to turn your bills that you're already paying into income. And that is literally taking inflation and reversing it, right? So let's kind of get into this. So we say, how do we beat inflation? Number one, getting cash back on money that you're already spending. How many people are part of cashback programs? Of when you spend money, you're getting cash back. And I'm not talking about that Capital One Miles card. I'm talking about cash back that you can reuse to spend. So when you go out and you buy things that you have to buy, when you go to the grocery store, imagine, Chauncey, you went to the grocery store, you spent $30 and you got $30 back. Imagine if you went to the gas station, you spent $49 and you got $25 back. So this literally is generally providing the cash back. And Chauncey has a few programs, Ibotta, and we actually have a series of programs that I want to show you that in combination, and we'll talk about this, in combination, these programs are absolutely phenomenal because they really reach every vein of expenses you have. I consider expenses as veins, right? You have veins of expenses that just kind of go all out. You got expenses on top of expenses. You got your insurance, you got your your entertainment, your meals, your travel, your gas. So, Ibotta is definitely one of them. Larry says, I love scanning receipts. So again, we got cashback programs, and Ibotta is one, but we have, I can't even tell you how many we have, but I'll kind of give you a little hint of what we're doing here with this launch. So cashback is one way, and this is one way we can fight and kill inflation. And again, we're going to have literally so many ways. It's crazy. And I'm going to direct you to a link again on a phase 2 launch that we're having, and it's all about this topic. So let's go further. Big savings, right? So we're not changing what we do. We're not changing the cutting back. We're not having to affect our mental health. We literally are going to still buy the things that we normally buy. We're going to still pay our cable bills. We're going to still pay our internet bills, but we're going to have big savings. So when you combine cash back plus big savings, that is something that can dwindle away at beating inflation. And last but not least, being able to have passive income. Now, let's just be upfront. What if there was a program that put all of this into one, right? It gave you cash back, it gave you big savings, it gave you passive income. Well, how would I get the passive income? Well, if you told your neighbor about a way they can save money in gas, if they went to the gas station and spent $40 or spent $49 and got $25 back, wouldn't your neighbors love that? If you told your relatives about going to the grocery store and getting cash back for the money you spent, wouldn't they love that? If you told people that they can literally save money and you got paid to do it, that is something that you do naturally anyway. Like Chauncey mentioned Ibotta. Ibotta didn't pay him to mention it. He did it because he's a good person at heart and he really wants to offer a solution. So this is literally things that we could do that are wrapped up in one. And here's what I want to show you. I went through this program and I literally applied it to all of my expenses. And I'm going to, well, not all of them, I'm going to say about 75% of them. I still got more to go. And I'm going to tell you what this program will do and why you definitely should be on this launch, just to take a look at it and see how much value it will give you and your family. So let me just kind of paint a scenario. Now, how many people think that 34 cents a day is expensive? If I had to give 34 cents a day somewhere or put 34 cents a day in something, would 34 cents a day kill your pockets? Let me just let you guys answer. Would 34 cents a day hurt you? Would 34 cents a day is something that you have to discuss with your wife? Honey, I'm going to spend 34 cents today. Is that okay if we do that? We got the budget to do that? Right. Chauncey says no. 34 cents a day is not going to kill anyone, right? 34 cents a day. How many people think that 30? Pete says he wouldn't even notice, right? Bambi says not at all. Larry says no. I mean, let's just put it up on the screen so we get a visual. What does 34 cents a day look like? 34 cents a day is 3 dimes and 4 pennies. Does that look intimidating to anyone? Does 3 dimes and 4 pennies look intimidating to anyone? Does that intimidate? Does that scare someone? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I am so scared. Oh my goodness. Melvin, I'm leaving this live because you're talking about taking 34 cents a day and putting it into something. Does that drive the fear into someone? It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And look, let me put up some, William says, no, not really. Laptop Mom Life says no. Dorothy Hayes says no. Spend that without even leaving home. So we're spending that a day, right? So 34 cents a day is not going to put any one of us in the poorhouse. I believe we can all agree to that. But with this launch, you see this laptop launch because we're going to launch. And Edgar says, I'm sure 34 cents at one point back then was lunch money. Today is grocery change. Exactly. It's grocery change. And as I put it up here on the screen, I don't think anybody is intimidated by this. I don't think this scares anyone at all. Like you're looking at 34 cents a day, you're like, ha, Melvin is crazy. 34 cents a day ain't hurt nobody. Now, we all agree that it doesn't hurt. What if this program that I'm going to show you required 34 cents a day that you guys already told me didn't hurt? It doesn't hurt, right? What if this launch said, hey, you need 34 cents a day? And you took that 34 cents and you put it into the launch. No big deal. Did anyone get scared seeing that 34 cents disappear? Let me make sure. Anybody get scared seeing that 34 cents disappear? Put a 1 if you got scared. Put a 2 if you like, just say, no, I didn't get scared. Did anyone get scared seeing your 34 cents disappear? Nope. Now, this part, I need you to brace yourselves. I need you to hold on to something. I need you to stand firmly because this part is going to knock you from the screen back. Like, boom, that part is going to hit you. Okay. What if I told you that 34 cents a day in this program that we're going to launch would supply you with $20 per day in cashback and rewards? Whoa. So let me rephrase that for some of you that didn't get that. Here's the rephrasing part. If you took 34 cents a day and put it into an ATM machine, and that ATM machine spit out $20, how many days would you do that? Would you do it every day? If 34 cents a day, which this is, and I'm actually living this, and you're going to see this on the launch, people are taking 34 cents a day and getting $20 per day in cash back and savings every day. So if you got $20 a day for the rest of your life in cash back savings, what do you think about the 34 cents a day now? So let me pull up the big screen because this is one of the moments to where you guys are going to be like, wow. So look, I mean, yeah, that's explosive. So literally what we have here, let me see how people's reaction is. This is the wow moment. This is the point to where you guys are going to see a wow factor that you've never seen before. So let me go back to this because I know it's you guys want to see this. So let me go back to this. So I want to do that again for those of you in the back that didn't see it because I think that it kind of blew you guys away. So we're going to do this again. Put this up again. 34 cents a day to get you $20 in cash back and savings. This is what is going to happen on Wednesday of next week. We're going to show you how to take 34 cents a day and turn it into $20 per day cash back and savings. Now, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And let's see, someone said I do it every day. Yep. And someone says I shared the link today. So obviously, yeah, I'm going to have a launch. We're going to show people this. There's a program, and let me show you some of the highlights of the program. There's a program that reduces your cell phone bills. It reduces your gas. It reduces your cable bills. It reduces your phone. It reduces your groceries. It reduces your shopping. It reduces everything that you do. It gives you cash back. And if you use everything this program shows, you would be generating a cash back plus savings of $20 back in your household every day. Now, let me just make this clear. This is just the benefits of the program. I didn't talk about the money because you're going to see the money. The money is crazy. So literally, if I were to help 5 people take 34 cents a day and turn it into $20 per day in cashback savings, if I were to help 5 people that help 5 people that help 5 people, there is one point in this compensation plan where you can make $22,000 a month by just helping people do this. Now, it's not difficult. Am I selling insurance? No. And what am I selling? Nothing. I'm literally telling you, take 34 cents a day and get on this platform, get a membership, and you're going to get $20 per day cash back. We'll do that all day long. Now, as I go through this program, I literally want to go through and just tell you literally that what you're going to see on this is nothing short of mind blowing. You guys are going to find just one of the most amazing ways to save. And literally, this is part of my 3-phase, 3 ways launch. And so we did phase 1. And for those of you who've never seen this before, or maybe you're kind of new to this, let's just talk about this. So my 3-phase website, literally, number 1, it showed you how to get free money. And number 2, we're in phase 2 right now. It's going to show you how to get $20 per day in cashback savings. So let me just see who is excited about that. So if you're excited about that, folks, there is a link below on YouTube and above on Facebook. I have a 3-phase pays 3 ways. What I want you to do is, if you just want to see this, right? You just want to see what we're talking about. You want to see this program. You want to know what this program does. You want to see how you can use it in your family. And you got 34 cents a day. Let me repeat. If you got 34 cents a day, then what I'd like you to do is click on the link below that says, or above if you're on Facebook, and go to phase 2 and put reserve spot. Now, let me show you some really cool things about this, because the way this compensation is something like I've never seen before in my life, because this compensation will pay you even if you don't refer anyone to this program. What? Yeah, let me repeat. This compensation plan will pay you if you say, no, Melvin, I'm not interested. I think that went over your head. This compensation plan, if you went to the presentation and you sat through 30 minutes to 45 minutes of us showing you every way that this company saves you money, and you said, and you were crazy enough to say, nah, but I know someone. If you refer to people you know, the company still pays you. Now, it doesn't pay you all of the glorious income, but you can still get paid by just helping people out. Did anyone know another program that will pay you when people say no? Anyone? You get paid. Someone said, oh, I'm not interested. Okay, you'll still get paid, because even though they may not be interested in the whole, and I don't know anyone that isn't interested. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone I talk to that's going through this cost of living crisis, they're like, dude, where's the link immediately? I want to sign up. I don't even want to wait to launch. I've had people call me all day. They don't want to wait to launch. They literally want to go in right now. And I explained to you the reason why we're not launching now, because I want to give average individuals a chance to position in this, because this is going to be ginormous, right? It's going to be huge. And you guys are right at the cusp of something that will literally change the way that we save money in the United States. And this is global too. So if you're watching me, my global partners, we can help you save money too. This program is all about putting money in your pocket that you're already paying out. You're already going to spend money whether you look at this video or not. Some of you spent money today. But if you were in this program today, and please forgive me because I'm probably costing you $20 a day, but don't worry, I'm going to make it up to you on this launch. But when you get in this program, the average person that is just a factory worker, the average truck driver, the average grandma, the average grandpa, the average school teacher, the average trash that takes out trash, the average sanitation professional, the average lawn care professional is going to be prepared to get $20 per day for life in cashback savings. This is economy proof. And I've never seen anything like this. So I am excited. So folks, I love your answers. I love your solution. What I'd like you to do is just take a look at what we have. And there's nothing wrong with looking. I would rather you take a look, because some of you guys might miss this thing and say, man, I can't go. You might miss this thing, and you might miss a world of savings and a world of income. And the thing I like about this, it marries the two together. So if you don't need to get a part-time job, this will pay you when people save, right? So is it a job to tell my neighbor, hey, you can get, if you use this right here, when you go to Walmart, when you spend $30, you can get $30 back. Is that a job? Somebody tell me, is that a job? Does this thing like work? Hey, look, before you go to the gas station, whatever gas station you're going to, you can get $1 back for every gallon you put in your car, right? Does that feel like a job? That didn't feel like a job to me. Does it feel like a job to you? Well, go do me a favor. Somebody go to somebody they know, text them and tell them, hey, look, we got a program that's launching that's going to give you $1 back for every gallon you put in your car of gas. What? That don't seem like a job to me. Hey, before you go traveling or your vacation, we got something that's going to save you money on your hotels and your travel. What? Hey, before you go pay your internet bill, we got a bill reduction service that reduces your bills, internet and cable. What? And that's not even a job. I think this is fun. So I'm excited because you guys are going to have fun, right? What are we selling? We're not selling anything. We're telling people how to take 34 cents and turn it into, we're telling people how to take 34 cents and turn it into $20 a day. And when I went through this program, when I talked to the owner, and the owner of this big CEO is going to be on this as well, and I use this program because, obviously, I'll show you guys something. If you guys don't know, I am an influencer. People send me stuff all day long to promote. I get free supplements, I get all this free stuff. And half the stuff I get, I don't promote it because it's trash. Half the things I see, I don't promote because I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because the people that watch me, that follow me, if they can't benefit, I don't want to show it because I lose credibility. And so I will go through a program myself, and I am not going through the program to enjoy it. I went through this program to poke holes in it. I went through this program with a negative mindset and say, you know what? There's a gotcha somewhere. Let me go through this thing and see all the gotchas. So when I went through it trying to poke holes in it, okay, I don't like that. I was trying to look for something I didn't like. And literally, me going into this, ready to poke holes in it so I can tell the person who introduced it to me that this sucks, I ended up falling in love with it and using it. And then when I got the cashback savings, I was like, oh my goodness. This thing saved me $2,500 on something I was already paying for. It saved me $2,500 a year already. And I was like, you know what? I'm all in. I am all in. And then as I continue to use this, as my wife continued to use this, I told my neighbor about it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now, nobody knows what I'm going to be launching because I have not put out a link. The link will go out on the 1st. And let me just kind of show you guys something what's cool about this.